the real question. They're not gonna. I don't believe they're gonna survive. I think it's already over for America.
Ladies and gentlemen, hi. If Abu here is to be believed, this is a small glimpse into our future. And weirdly enough, the new caliphate doesn't seem to be too bad for feminists. There's equality for children.
The question of children being trained and learning about fighting, of course this is encouraged in Islam, because children understand that there is compulsory military service in Islam.
Do they, Abu? Do they really know? Okay, I guess let me not be too hard on you. It's your caliphate. Keep going.
So when they reach the age of maturity, at the age of 15, they become adults, they will need to fight.
Fighting who? I thought when the world caliphate was established, there'll be peace on earth. Peace for everybody. Why would they need to be fighting?
So you don't order somebody to fight, they don't know how to fight. So it is a duty on the state to provide training for the people and to prepare themselves for that.
Hey look, I'm down with kids getting out there a bit more, playing out in the sunshine. I think in recent years, kids have become a little bit slovenly. And I'm not hating the idea of a state-sponsored military crash. It might give us a little bit of time, for ourselves.
It should be part and parcel of the education system in the Islamic State that children are taught these skills. And, so they will always grow up ready for their own duty when they reach the age of 15.
Okay, so they might not be able to pray together, but she may be able to defend herself if ever the men in her family want to honor kill her. So it's not all bad. And I'm not going to continuously rag on the feminists, because as much as they would like it to be, it's not all about them. What Abu here offers is an opportunity for us to emancipate ourselves and to escape to one of the last bastions of patriarchy. And you know how much we love patriarchy. So let's hear him out.
You know how much the jizya, that they're charging in the Islamic State now? Okay, is the equivalent of about £400 a year.
Abu, that can't be right. There seems to be a slight credibility gap here, but I'm prepared to suspend disbelief. Do go on.
Okay. No income tax, no national insurance, nothing.
No council tax,
no council tax, none of this.
No road tax.
Yeah, there's no taxes. Yes, sir. Yeah, no VAT.
Okay, hold up. So what you're saying is, as a card-carrying member of the Caliphate, I pay you £400 a year, and that's that, with no income tax, no council tax, no motor tax, no capital gains tax, no poll tax, no taxes, not even VAT. Jeez, holy shit, that sounds tits.
How much tax you don't understand? Living in the UK is expensive because of taxes.
Oh, I hear you, brother. You're starting to make a whole lot of sense. Keep going.
Because of the interest, because of all of the capitalist system, all that's removed, and all you pay is this small amount.
You make a great point here. Living in a Western democracy can feel like indentured servitude, especially now with modern feminism straddling it like a bitter old hooker. So maybe it's time for a bit of a change. This really doesn't sound bad. It sounds great.
They are saying they'd rather pay all the VAT and all the income tax and all of the council tax and all of the national insurance and every other tax I can imagine. They'd rather pay all of that than pay £400-500 a year.
Abu, it's just gone up £100. A few minutes ago we were raising child soldiers, which is cool, and had freedom from female supremacy, which everyone loves. All for the low price of £400. I hope this instant inflation is the only unpleasant surprise.
Yeah, and not only that, it's only the man, able-bodied man, that pays the jizya.
Well, of course it is. Of course it is. Only the men that pay the jizya. Of course it is.
The disabled or elderly, they get pension. They don't have jizya. The woman, the children, they don't pay any jizya, ever. The woman never pays jizya. She's allowed to work, but she never pays jizya, nor does she pay income tax.
So nothing much new here. Female entitlement and privilege are still alive and well, even in the Caliphate. Feminists, who you're listening, I hope you're going to demand the right to pay your fair share of the jizya. He said jizya.
What is better for them? They don't see it. They close their eyes to it. When they hear it as if they can't believe it, no, it can't be like that. Because for them it's dream come true. They've been so long in an oppressive state.
Okay, calm down, Abu. You're getting a little shrill. You're still doing well. Most of us are on board.
That they cannot even imagine a life without these taxes. So, they don't understand. The jizya is something so good for them. Better for them than anything else that they've ever experienced.
So just to recap, in the new caliphate, I don't have to convert to Islam. I'll be left to live my life in peace and dignity, and it'll be far better than anything I've ever experienced. All I have to do is pay the jizya, the non-believer tax, and I get the services, everything, the no tax, the wonderful life, the cool checkered scarf, and my kids get a free AK-47. Have I got that about right? I'm still waiting for the catch. Is it just me, or does it... hold on. Okay, that was my phone. Give me a reminder that we haven't upset any feminists in the last few minutes. So, why don't we do that for a little while?
When a father changes the nappy of his baby daughter, it's allowed, but it's not the normal, suitable way or role of the father. It should be done by the mother.
Now, before you kick up a fuss, we won't leave you with all the chores. We're not knuckle-dragging savages after all. You'll have help.
Or slave girl. Nowadays we can start to return to some of the many other ahkam in Islam which have been absent for many years. Because now we have khilafah, we can have slave girls.
I got that wrong. Okay, we most definitely will be savages. So my bad for the confusion. Though, if I'm being honest, it's very, very likely that lippy white Western girls will be the slaves. Now, I'll be the first to admit this doesn't sound terribly enlightened, but I would like to have Abu finish his sales pitch. It's actually sounding pretty good for us guys, so go for it, Abu. What's the catch?
They need to be humiliated. They should not be similar to the Muslims.
And there it is.
This is just a matter of styles and means of how they'll be humiliated. They are humiliated anyway by their own kufr and their own shirk. They're humiliated by their own dress. They have to dress differently from the Muslims. They're humiliated because their houses will never be equal to the houses of the Muslim.
While being forced to dress differently from you isn't exactly a humiliation, having to share a metal drum fireplace under a bridge while a Muslim moves into my home is not just humiliating, it's punitive. And it also sounds quite similar to what you accuse the Israelis of doing. So if it's fine for you, then it should be completely fine for them. If your Islam is truly the way, the truth, the light, then it's a way filled with hypocrisy and low cunning.
They'll never be allowed to ride a horse, while the Muslims don't have horses.
Oh, is it? I could have lived with you taking my house and enslaving the feminists. Fuck it, it's rented anyway. But now you want to drive my Mustang? That's not going to happen.
And the men cannot ride a horse in the Islamic State from the non-Muslims like a man has to ride like a woman, with two legs on one side.
You're being serious about the horse thing. Well, in that case, fuck you, Abu, and the horse you rode in on. Humiliation, theft, rape, extortion, better than I ever experienced before. Thank you for that glimpse into your jizya-filled fantasies. You may be delusional, you may be a narcissist, but at least you're honest. I'm so grateful to Allah you're blessed with shitful brains, because if you showed any actual smarts, I'd be worried. £400? £400 a year? Well, that might work in that septic tank ISIS calls home, although I know you think it's made out of lollipops and candy floss. Here, in actual civilization, where economists don't use the abacus, all services will grind to a halt in a month. And while the rest of us are all paying £20 for a roll of toilet paper, which, admittedly, won't be a problem for you, you smelly turd, you and your cabal of kufiya-wearing thugs will be cutting open the Jews' mattresses with your bedazzled daggers screaming, "Where's all the Jew gold?" And in case I've been too subtle, let me tell you what I think about your caliphate in a language you understand.